It is Friday, January 1st, 2021. I am James, you are you. We are here for the very first installment of what? Of At Home with James, live on Twitch. We have now entered, we have now burst forth, we have now lunged in to a brand new year. How was your New Year's Eve? I suspect that everyone, unless we've got some rule breakers out there, celebrated their New Year's Eve similarly to how I wish to celebrate every one of my New Year's Eve. Last night, I laid on my couch and I listened to Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Some Young for hours, and I loved every moment of it. I have no regrets. I would have done nothing different. Some people out there saying, "Oh, James, you sure you wouldn't have maybe enjoyed a nice New Year's kiss?" The answer is no. You want to know why? Because that means I would have had to spend the night with someone in my home. And I'm going to tell you something. They don't call me the lone wolf for no reason. I am a man unto himself. I am riding solo. I am my own ride or die. But perhaps if you were enjoying New Year's Eve with a significant other, a special someone, I hope you were able to enjoy not only one, but many kisses. Do whatever you want. It's your home. I don't care. Now then, it would only be appropriate if we made this a true celebration of the new year, and there's no better way to do it than by making this all about New Year, New You. Each and every one of our guests this evening is coming to us with not only a New Year's resolution, but perhaps some New Year's stories. Hopefully better than the one that I just regaled everyone with. Before we really kick it into high gear, Dimitri Kirez is in the booth. He was formerly the birthday boy. Now he's back to being just a boy. Dimitri, Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's, James. How are you?
I'm doing well. How did you celebrate your New Year's Eve?
Oh, I took a little stroll around the old port of Montreal with two hot toddies in my thermoses, and I saw the beautiful bright lights of Montreal in the wintertime.
Okay, very nice. Would you say that you had a sexy New Year's Eve?
I would say that it was less sexy and more romantic.
Okay, so similarly to Christmas.
Yeah, similarly. Yeah, it's just a very romantic month for me, James.
Yeah.
And I'm not turning it off till uh let's
February?
Yeah, let's go with February. I was gonna say St. Patrick's Day, the second sexiest holiday of the year, James.
Oh, God. Well, look, we're not going to keep having this debate for every holiday. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'd rather cancel the show.
I can't wait to
doing
see
that.
you in some tight lederhosen, James. Absolutely
Oh, for
going
Oktoberfest?
nuts. Yeah, nuts on St. Catherine Street. You and me.
Yeah, I'll take a pass on that. Dimitri, I want you to come up with some of your own New Year's resolutions for later on in the show. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I got a little notepad with me here. I'll scribble down some things.
All right, great. So we'll check in soon, okay?
Love you, buddy.
I love you too. That's the first time we've ever done that. Check back in with me on Monday to see how I feel about it. On tonight's show, much later on, it's his first appearance in over a week. It's also, much like it is mine, his first appearance in the new year. Coming up later, Carmen Rose's twin brother, Conor Rose, also making his triumphant return after a several-month absence. We've got Dirty Dale Bernier, the Barnyard Dog, is back in business tonight on twitch.tv/@home-with-James, and we are going to kick things off with one of our most treasured guests. Was here in the early days back on Instagram Live. Lisa Palmieri is coming in hot in just a moment. Before we do that, I'm going to engage with the chat. Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Now, I can see that some people think that tonight's show is a little choppy. Well, I'm going to tell you, in addition tonight being all about New Year, New You, this has the makings of being the worst show in terms of internet connection of all time. One of our guests has bad lighting. The other one has bad Wi-Fi and bad audio, and the other one has almost no Wi-Fi whatsoever. I'll let you decide who's who by the night's end. And if you can correctly predict which is which, you get the grand prize of being my friend for 1 month. Let's kick things off with our first guest. She is everything. She does it all. Singer, dancer, actor, Italian.
Lighting director.
Palmieri. Lisa, how's it going?
I'm pretty good, except for my blue face tonight. New year, new me.
Okay, well, we don't want to give any spoilers as to what of the three that you are coming in as, so we'll leave it up to the imagination of the audience. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
How did you spend your New Year's Eve?
Well, I drove around waiting for my order to be ready we went to Jatoba, so we ordered online to Jatoba, and I got to the restaurant, and I don't know if you know where Jatoba is, but like the bay is legit on the other side. I was almost at the fucking bay waiting in line. Okay.
Lisa, I also want to say that you have the distinct honor of being the first cursor of the new year on this show. So let me write this down so I remember. The first cursor. I've also got an update on that much later on in the show. So Lisa, you're picking up your food. You were near the effing bay. Go on.
And I was like, just like laughing, like honestly, but the beauty of 2020 is that no one was complaining.
Yeah.
That was such an interesting thing to me, that like no one said anything. Like the guy came, someone was waiting in line for an hour and a half. So the guy came to the end of the line and he's like, I'm going to take down your numbers and we're going to let you know when your food's ready. Right. But no one was like, this is unacceptable. Cause usually that's what people would do. Right. But everyone's just like, fuck, it's 2020. Who gives a shit at this point? Like nothing's been going our way anyway. So we took a drive for like legit, how long was it? Like 2 hours. And we went to go get our food at 9. And then we eat at like 9:30, 10.
Okay. So that sounds like a totally reasonable New Year's Eve.
Yeah, it was you know what? I enjoyed it. I took a nice drive. I love driving with my boyfriend. I was happy as a clam.
Okay. So you basically went on a date last night.
Yeah.
Okay, great. You know what, people? I'm going to make a bold claim. People don't go on dates enough anymore. Maybe I'm an old-fashioned type of guy. I don't think people go on dates anymore.
They go on COVID pavarach dates.
Yeah, that's it. People, they're, maybe they go on little walks, or maybe they FaceTime or Zoom. I long for the old days when you could just drive around with someone.
Yeah.
Well, I don't, because I can't drive.
Oh, shit. But a good old drive never hurt anyone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what? I've been saying that for years. A good old drive never hurt anyone, unless maybe you're drinking and driving. Yes. But we're not gonna go there. But maybe we go a different direction. Now, you mentioned COVID. You have the distinct honor, Lisa, of being one of the very rare guests on this show who has had a COVID scare. You told me about this during our correspondence over the past couple days. You thought you had the big C-19. Take us through what happened.
Well, my brother got it, and I had seen my brother. So then I was like, no, I'm not going to go get tested.
Wait a minute. Aren't you at your brother's house right now?
Yes, but this is the other brother. But and then I came back to his house. So this is my other brother. But anyway, so my brother got COVID. So everyone freaked out because we all saw him. And then I didn't want to get tested because I have like a really like innate fear of like getting COVID at those clinics.
Okay.
Like I'm scared to get it there with all those diseases and the germs.
Yeah, you could say it. Disgusting people.
Yeah. Also known as, And then, so I was just like not down to go get tested. So I'm like, I'll just wait for symptoms. But then I'm like, I'd like to see my parents at a certain point and not just like, because you could be asymptomatic because this thing there's no rules anymore. Nothing makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So then I decided to go get tested. And everyone was disgusting around me. And like the guy in back of me is like, and I'm like, what is happening? Like, I was freaking out. And then like they ask you, like, do you have symptoms? And the guy in back of me, yes.
Yeah.
Like,
He's coughing them all over the back of your neck.
Legit.
Yeah.
It was just not fun. And then like, there's me, like, then the children came in, like the family of 4, like I couldn't like came in all together to get tested. And I was just like losing my shit. And I just wanted to get out of there. Then the nurse was super weird. She was like, she gave me the test and she's like, so you have no symptoms? I'm like, no, I just want to be sure, like just to make sure. And she's like, you're one of the lucky ones.
Oh, so she kind of guilt tripped you a little bit.
Yeah. She's like, 2,500. You're one of the lucky ones. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that I want you to save that read for maybe an upcoming stage piece that you do. That was good. Hold on to that character.
I'm gonna hold on to the creepy lady, the creepy nurse.
Yeah, COVID creeper nurse.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay,
And then
so
she
you
said,
don't have COVID. That's great.
that's great.
Your brother does, so we'll send him best wishes. You seem fairly unaffected by it.
No, he's fine now. He lost his taste and smell, and that was as bad as it got. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Do you say knock on wood, then touch your own head?
Yes, because I got no
Okay.
wood.
All right. Well, let's really chat about why we're here. It's 2021. Lisa, are you someone who makes New Year's resolutions?
Not usually, but I kind of do them in my head, like what I want for the new year. But this year, I'd like to I bought a Bristol board and I want to write them down.
Okay, so you purchased an item to almost like a what would you call that? Not a fantasy board,
Yeah,
but one.
visualization board.
Yes, exactly. Now, have you put anything up on the board yet?
No.
Okay, so you're off to a fantastic start.
Today I did nothing, but I will start tomorrow.
Okay, now would you be willing to share some of your potential resolutions with us?
Yes,
Please.
definitely quit smoking because that's just a blockage that I just keep on going to.
Yeah.
Right? So
Well, how long have you been puffing the cigarettes?
a long, I don't want to say it, like I think 12 years.
12 years. 12
My-
years of smoke.
Grow up all over myself. Yeah, because I was
You remember
18.
your first cigarette? Was
Yeah.
it like a true love?
Yeah, no, you know what? I stole my Davidoffs. My dad used to smoke and he had Davidoffs in the freezer to keep
What
them.
are those? I never even heard about these.
They're like
These
this
Italian
beautiful-
cigarettes?
I don't know where they're from. I think they're German. I might be wrong.
Okay.
Called Davidoffs and they're beautiful. Like it's a long cigarette. And like they were in the freezer. So me and my friends, like we went, I remember thinking in my head, I'm not going to go outside because the smell will linger. So let's go in the garage
What are
instead.
these freezer cigarettes? Like these are specifically made for like a hot summer's day. You want to cool off, have a cold cigarette with various flavors like winter breeze and citrus burst.
This one tasted like marshmallows.
Oh, the flavors of camping all mixed up with tobacco.
And winter frost.
Well, I'm getting a production note. This is a brand of premium Swiss cigarettes. So you went into the freezer, you dug through the ice cream and other goods, and then you found some
more
cigarettes.
more like taralli cookies and fucking like containers of ricotta cheese with fagioli inside.
Okay, so yeah, you got through all of that, crap to get to the good stuff.
Yeah,
What
exactly.
seduced you about these cigarettes? Was it how beautiful they were?
Like there was like this like beautiful maroon pack, like the name's like Davidoff written in like a gorgeous like writing. And
Yeah.
I was in secondary 3, I was 15, and I'm like, I want to try at one point, so
Yeah.
might as well do it now in my garage when
Yeah.
my parents are not home.
Okay, well, so how long were you smoking until your dad caught you stealing his stuff?
So after the first steal, I didn't smoke. So I waited. Like I would smoke maybe like a year. After a year I didn't smoke. Maybe I smoked in sec 4, let's say. And then I like smoked here and there. And then
Yep.
I actually started in college. when I
Okay,
started
so
buying my
now I suspect that you've probably made the promise to yourself that you'd like to quit before. Do you think this is different than all those other times?
Yeah, I feel like 30. I'm 30. It's time. Like
Yeah.
time. Like I'm not at B-sides on Saint Laurent smoking after a moonshine. Like it's time.
Moonshine. You're smoking freezer cigarettes and drinking hillbilly hooch? What? I thought I knew
That's
you,
just
Lisa.
me.
I thought I knew you.
Who am I? I'm not the Italian you once knew.
Well, B-sides checks out.
Yeah, B-sides so checks out.
Yeah, that checks out. Okay, so have you started to quit yet, or are you going to?
I'm going to.
You're going to. Now,
Yeah.
is this a classic? Let me finish off my pack of cigarettes.
Yes.
Do you have your cigarettes on you right now?
No, not with me right now.
I would have really loved to have interviewed someone with cigarettes in their hand.
Oh my God. It's gonna be a friend that I will miss. Like it's stupid, but I will miss it. I have
You
to
know what? You know what type of friend this is? This is a bad influence friend.
Yeah. it's
Someone
a
who
really-
takes you. You know what? This friend, you're always spending money on that friend.
Yeah.
And you know what? This friend, they make you stink.
Yeah, and he ruins my heart.
Yeah, and this friend, they bring other people around too. People like, hey, can I get one of those?
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so right.
You're in there with a bad crowd.
I mixed with the bad crowd.
Mixed with a bad crowd. Do you have any other New Year's resolutions?
To relax.
To relax. Okay, tell us about that.
I don't know how to relax.
Are you a workaholic?
I was before my whole career got
Yeah, it's over. You remember when we first spoke about all of our hopes and dreams, and now look at us. You're in a basement with bad lighting and all. This is all I've got.
Kitchen.
Yeah.
Who have we become? I was supposed to go on tour for 18 months.
I don't know. This show may have kept me alive.
God bless this show. Honestly, I really look forward. When you message me, I'm very happy. Thank you. It's like my only creative outlet.
Well, thank you. That's very nice of you to say.
It's true.
Okay,
man.
so you want to relax. This is a tricky one because people love having a cigarette to relax.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use breathing because they say that like a cigarette just relaxes you in a lot of ways because you're just breathing in and out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my meditation will help and the yoga will help. And I'm like telling myself, and that I've been doing for the past 3 weeks, to do some yoga and meditation.
Okay. So that's a quite a healthy substitute. You're breathing in fresh air as opposed to toxins.
Exactly.
And I don't want to judge. I'm not here to judge. That's not my thing. I have plenty of bad habits.
Not smoking. I remember when you were my improv teacher, I would smoke in secret.
Oh, really? Wait,
Yeah,
so I can't smoke in front of this improv guy. He's too cool.
Yeah, I have a thing with like the teachers and like my superiors, you know,
Yeah.
like I've always been like that. Like I have to be like, I'm like scared to smoke. I remember like going away and like near the Bombay Mahal and like, okay, he won't see me here.
Okay, so you've been a secret smoker, but Lisa, look, here's the thing. It's been many years since we collaborated in a class. We're past it.
Yeah, I know. Now we're past it. But I was like, back then you were like, you know, like my improv teacher, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which carries almost no currency in the real world.
To me, it meant something. Okay?
Yeah, the celebrity of the improv teacher. It's well, how can I put this into words? It's honored by dozens. And that's being generous.
I'd say more.
But we're past it now. We're past it, Lisa.
Yeah, you're right.
Rapport. I believe we're friends.
We are friends.
Well, Lisa, look, I know you've got a big night ahead of you. That's why you're up first tonight. I'm going to allow you to rejoin better lighting in just a moment. But I would like to task each and every one of my guests tonight with a small job.
Okay.
I would like for you to assign me a New Year's resolution.
Oh my
anything.
God.
It could be anything.
Oh, fudge. This is tough.
No. You can do this.
Yes. Okay. A New
do
Year's
it.
resolution.
Mm-hmm.
Smile more.
Smile more. Okay.
Like I love when you laugh. When I make
Right.
you laugh, it's like the end of my world. I'm like, I made James laugh.
Yeah. You're not the first person to say that. I'm not an easy laugh.
I feel like really important. Like I'm like, oh, I was able to make him laugh.
I'm hard to get. I think I'm a hard to get.
You play hard to get. You do.
Okay.
You are hard to get.
Smile more.
Smile. I want to see that beautiful smile more.
Okay. I'm putting. Look, I'm gonna try. I'm going to try. I can't guarantee anything. I'm gonna try, Lisa.
Okay.
Now I feel a little nervous. But
like shy.
A little shy. I feel a little shy. It's okay. I'll get over it. I'm going to report back to you because I know that you have to take off. I'm going to let you know how my smiling went. Dimitri, I want you to, you're in charge of seeing how many times I smile tonight.
Let me know.
We're going to give you a number. So I'm currently, I think I laughed once tonight. I might be at, we'll say 1 smile to your 2 curse words.
Yes. No, but you had a little laugh. There was a laugh.
Okay.
It was a laugh prior,
All
I
right.
think, to the actual show. So
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, before the show starts, I'm like leaning in like this to everyone. Hey, whose audio's bothering me? Anyways, look, Lisa, I want to wish you a happy New Year. I'm gonna wish you the best of luck with your smoking. If you keep smoking, you do whatever you want, right? If it makes you happy, just have a cigarette. Have one on me. Maybe don't have one on me.
You're the best.
You're the best, Lisa. Thanks so much, and we'll talk soon, okay?
Talk soon. Have a good night.
That's Lisa Palmieri, one of the all-time greatest. We have got so much more of this show on tap for you. More resolutions. I might even smile. Coming up after the break, we've got Dale Bernier. But of course, we have to do just that. Take a quick commercial break, and we will be back in just a moment right here on Twitch.
Un petit peu de beurre fait toute la différence. Quand je veux que ça goûte meilleur, je préfère le beurre. Pas d'erreur, je préfère
le beurre. Ce mois-ci, dans l'édition Les Canadiens.
Numéro 27, number 27, Jay Carson.
Un joueur de caractère possédant plusieurs qualités recherchées dans la Ligue nationale. Découvrez également les petits secrets des joueurs et leurs souvenirs préférés. En vente dans tous les kiosques, journaux et à la boutique du Centre Molson.
How about this? How's that for a smile? You know what? This smile needs a bit of music. And there's only one song that's appropriate over the past 24 hours, and it goes a little something like this. Na, 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 na. Okay, so look, I never claimed to be good at smiling. When I'm doing it, I'm not thinking about it. Now I'm going to think about it all night long. So not only do I want to thank Lisa, I want to perhaps curse her for burdening me with this complex, but I said to myself, I signed a social contract with myself before the show started that I was going to honor to the best of my abilities any type of resolution that was thrown my way for better or for worse. So with that being said, I'm going to smile more. I'm going to tell you something. Lisa's not the first person to task me with that. I've had so many people after the show say, oh, you didn't look happy during that show. I don't know. I felt happy. Well, I didn't look happy. And then other people are like, oh, why don't you be more friendly to your guests? I'm going to tell you something. If I wasn't friendly, these people wouldn't come back. You think Lisa Palmieri, I got to beg her to come back? She said it right there. She loves coming on the show. Speaking of guests returning, our next guest has been on a bit of a hiatus. He's been here, there, everywhere, up, down, all around. Let us welcome back to the show, the one and only Dale Bernier. Dale, what's up, buddy?
Hey, man. How you doing, James?
You know what? I'm doing A-OK. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. It's good to see you. It's been a while, like you said.
It's been a while. So much has changed. I had a haircut. It looks like you had a haircut. What else is new?
Yeah. What else is new? I don't know. I was had a not too bad holiday. How about you?
You know what? I had conceded to myself in the month of September, well, you know, the holidays aren't going to be what I want them to be. I like to fancy myself as a bit of a Christmas keener. I like to throw parties, attend parties, go to dinners, organize dinners while you get ready for the big day. And generally, Christmas Day is kind of boring because you've done all the fun stuff before Christmas. This year, I had the turnaround, nothing fun, and then Christmas Day was quite enjoyable. How do you spend Christmas?
Well, I do the Réveillon. Do you do that as well?
What's that? Where you open everything on Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve, yeah. So my family grew up doing the Réveillon, where we would go to a family member's place in the evening, come back and have some drinks and some food and open our gifts at midnight on Christmas Eve. So I kind of got Ariel into that, my girlfriend, who you know, and we did that this year, which was fun.
Well, you call it the Réveillon. I call it Québécois Christmas.
I think it has its roots in Québécois. And,
or in English, I call it impatient Christmas.
Yeah, I guess it could be. But at the same time, you get to sleep in on Christmas.
It all started, the year was 1988, and some guy named Gilbert was heard. The Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu was quiet. You couldn't hear a peep. The only noise you could hear was the wind and the sound of snow dusting against the street, when suddenly, out in the distance, you heard an old man named Gilbert say, "Oh, j'ai besoin d'ouvrir mes cadeaux maintenant."
I didn't know the origin story.
Yeah, it was a guy, he couldn't wait. He had to open up his present.
He couldn't wait till the morning.
Yeah, he needed
to get at it.
Yeah, that's the origin of Impatient Christmas. Well, Dale, we've done our Christmas content. I know Sid is watching right now. He's over it. He's over the Christmas stuff. So, you know what? We're gonna move on. It's all about New Year's now.
I have a question first. Listening to Lisa,
Yeah,
were you ever the guy who had to bum cigarettes? I know you don't smoke, but were you ever the guy who had to bum cigarettes for your friends? Did they ever send you like, James, you'll do anything?
Yeah,
Go do this
they'll
thing.
designate me as the cigarette finder.
Yeah. Because sometimes the person who's like talks the most usually gets sent out, or
Was I the designated bummer?
Yeah, you can maybe offer them a quarter.
Never. Yeah, I was never that person, but the idea makes me laugh so much that I'd go up to people like, "Hey man, look, I need to smoke right now."
Yeah.
And they'd see right through me. But the thing is, I think when people look at me, they go, "This guy loves smoking cigarettes."
Yeah, how can he not have a pack on him right now? This must be a lie.
Yeah, this guy, he looks like he's a smoker. He sounds like a smoker. I'm going to tell you something. You see these? Never once has a cigarette touched these lips.
Didn't even try it for fun once. Like, hey,
what's fun about it? I want to understand.
I'm not saying it's fun. I'm saying like, oh, you're younger, you're rebellious. You're like, I just want to try one.
I wasn't very rebellious, man. I was maybe a bit of a smart aleck, but that's about it.
But no inclination to have a cigarette or yeah.
I'm going to tell you something, Dale. The true bad boys don't need to do anything bad to be a bad boy.
They just are.
Yeah, and that's why I am a bad boy for life. Okay, Dale. Okay. Enough avoiding. We got to get into the nitty.
All right.
I want to know, Dale.
Yeah.
Considering last night probably wasn't a banner New Year's, you got any New Year's stories that might turn me on?
The only story I have is a bit of I don't know if it's going to turn you on, but this was something I've talked about in previous shows, and it was the night that I spent an evening in the drunk tank in St. Catharines, Ontario.
Oh, I'm turned on.
That was probably the most intense New Year's Eve that I had.
Okay, so we're gonna need more details on this one. And also, just so you know, if this story really turns me on by the end of the night, your new nickname is Drunk Tank Dale.
Yeah, I got a lot of nicknames. I'm cool with it. Add them to the list, man.
All right, so take it away, Drunk Tank.
Was at a party and was having a good time, but I wanted to take off and take a walk. And all that night they were talking about how like cops were busting down on people, and that was sort of the theme of the evening. So I had it in my head that I was a little anti-authoritative. Or authority rather. So I took a little walk, but I took a 26er of whiskey or rum with me, and I put it in my coat pocket.
Now, what is a 26er? Because I don't know.
It's 26 ounces. So a Mickey is the small one, and then a 26er would be, maybe that's Ontario talk, but it's the bigger one, and then you can go to 40 and then.
Got it. Okay, I'm with it. Let's continue.
Yeah, so I put that in my coat, and I left the party, and I was going for a walk. And I was drunk. I'm not gonna lie, James. I was drunk, and I was walking down the street, and a cop car went by, and I think I had the remnants of the conversation from before in the evening of like how they were busting down on people, and I decided to flip that cop the bird.
Awesome. Yeah. Now, did you do one middle finger or you do two?
I did one Wazo, but I followed him as he drove by. So I followed him. It was sort of like that all the way through.
Yeah, the way that you're doing it looks like you were carrying a chalice.
Well, I didn't know if we could do that on your show, so it was like, boom.
Yeah, go for it, man. You can do it. Now, that's the first middle finger. Now, was your thumb on the inside, or do you have the thumb out when you dropped the bird?
I think I was wearing. Yeah, I think it was a classic bird.
Yeah, a classic bird. Okay, so you flip a cop off. They stop. Let's continue.
Yeah, he comes out. He's like, he's upset. He's probably not had a great evening.
Yeah. What is he like? He's an Ontario cop?
Yep.
He's probably like, hey, brother.
No, he's like, what smart ass. What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? And then he came up and he kind of grabbed at me, and he found the 26er.
Mhm.
And that was it. They had a reason.
So he groped you a little bit. This cop
Yeah.
gets out of the car. He's like, "Hey, brother, what are you doing out there, smart aleck?" And he gropes you.
Yeah, exactly.
Shane, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to say in the future tellings of the story that the cop calls you brother.
Sure. It's Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, similar. Hey, brother.
Hey, brother. And he says, "Hey, brother, what's going on?" And then he grabs at me and he gropes me.
Yeah.
In the future telling, and he finds the bottle and he immediately kind of gets a little bit excited because he's got me. And so he grabs me and roughs me up, roughs me off the hood a bunch of times.
Yeah, awesome.
Puts the cuffs on me.
Yeah.
And throws me in the back seat.
Now, at any point, are you wearing a belt during this?
Yeah.
I think
that comes up a little later.
Oh, I love it. Let's continue. You're turning me on.
I don't want to turn you on too much.
Keep it going. You're teasing me.
So this is, and I gotta say, this is kind of far from the party. I'd walked a long time at this point. So I'm sitting in the back seat and I got the cuffs on and he's doing something. And then I can hear really muffled, like screaming and yelling, but I can't turn around or anything. And I'm in the back of this cop car, but I hear this muffled cursing and yelling, and they're yelling back. And then 5 seconds later, the door opens and they throw in my best friend who was at the party in cuffs in the back with me.
So can we get a name on this guy? And if you want to, you can use a fake name if you want.
Yeah, his name is Salmon Man.
Salmon Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna call this guy Gary. I'm editing this. We got Dale and Gary are in the back seat. You're both swearing at cops and throwing birds.
Yeah, it was just really funny because I was just sitting there and he just all of a sudden he's sitting next to me and I was like, "Hey, Gary," and he's like, "Hey, man," and he's just like, "We're going to jail tonight, Bernier." and that was pretty much it. The whole time my friend Gary was telling him
Salmon Man.
Yeah, the Salmon Man.
Yeah,
was telling him that he was saying, like, he was cussing at them the whole time.
Yeah,
in the car, and then they brought us down there.
You remember what he was saying? He was like, "You guys are effing effers."
Yeah, like it got worse. It got worse when we got thrown in the actual clink, but it was mostly like you have a small penis, copper, and we're gonna sue you and stuff that we could never possibly do at the we were at.
All right, so you spend the night in the drunk tank. What a way to ring in the new year.
So he brings us down there. He drives us in, and we get there, and it's like you have to take off your belt, you have to take your shoelaces out of your shoes, and we had to do all those things. And then they put us into 2 different cells. And my friend was screaming at him all night that he had a small penis and that he was gonna get him. And
what is he just saying? "I'm gonna get you."
He's like, you're not gonna get away with this. But really, I didn't understand what he was talking about whatsoever. But I could just hear Gary screaming all fucking night while I was in my own cell. And then I wore contacts at that time. So at some point I had to take out my contacts and just throw them out. And so I was just blind in this jail cell till the next day.
Yeah, which sounds similar to another story you told when you weren't allowed to wear glasses to a concert in Ottawa. So a lot of your stories end up with you being incapable of seeing.
Yeah, that's the running theme is my vision.
Well, we're getting a question in the chat here. Was Gary coked out?
He may have been. Maybe not out, but he may have been coked.
He may have been blowing snow a little bit.
He could have been. I'm not sure, but he was really drunk, and he was really coming to my defense, which I liked that.
Yeah.
I thought that was a real honorable friend thing to do.
Yeah. And to defend you, he was calling into question the size of this authority figure.
Yeah. I was trying to disassociate from him.
Yeah. So Gary was defending you, and you were trying to unbuckle from Gary.
That's right. That's 100%.
Sounds like a tough night for the Salmon Man. Now, Dale, are you a big resolutions type of guy?
Not really. No, maybe in the past, but like this year's been so strange that I haven't really thought too much about anything. But yeah.
Now, have you thought about anything that you'd like to use as some type of inspiration for resolution in the new year, or not so much?
maybe just I don't know, the regular things like exercise more, go for walks.
Yeah.
I mean, what can we do in COVID really? Maybe
I'd like to see you make a resolution to start smoking.
Yo, no, that's not gonna happen.
I would love that. You never hear anyone saying, I want to start smoking in the new
You
year.
should, man. You're the one who like has never even tried it.
It would really fit me. It would really fit me if I started smoking cigarettes and rolling joints.
We already established you'd be awesome at bumming them.
Yeah. If that's the case, then I think we have what mine is. What I do want to know, is there anything you'd like to accomplish in the new year when you think about, because there's potential is in the air, whether or not you're an optimist or a pessimist or a realist.
Right.
I'm not gonna pick for anyone. Is there anything in the new year that you're like, man, this would be nice, or that would be great, or this? Yeah, I'd like to avoid that.
Maybe like create some stuff.
Yeah.
Either like in the comedy world or just, at like, I'm not into like making sourdough bread or anything like that, but I would like to find some other thing to do that maybe results in a tangible thing that you've done in your time.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to do some idea What do you want to create, Dale? Well, I'm going to help you the way that I helped Lisa and the way that I helped you. I made your story so much better by having the cop say brother and
oh, you did. Yeah.
Made Gary your friend. I'm sure Gary's a better name than his real name.
Oh, well, I'll tell you later and you'll understand everything. Okay. But Gary's pretty good. It's pretty close even.
It's not bad. So let's what's Dale going to create in 2021?
Well, I might work on music a little bit.
Okay, that's great. Now, this is what I'm this comedy crap, let's put that on the back burner for a second. I'm interested in, I know enough about you as a comedian. I want to know about Dale. You know what I see when I see you is I see a guy with a guitar.
Yeah.
I want to see you find an alternative personality like Garth Brooks had with Chris Gaines.
Chris Gaines, you want all right.
I want you to find your Chris Gaines. Now, what's this guy's name? What do we call you?
I don't know. What genre of music is it first?
You tell me.
I don't
It's your dream.
Well, I didn't even want you wanted me to be Chris Gaines. Let's
but look, we're working together here.
Let's go with I don't know, what would be like folky.
Look, you seem like a folky guy. I was just listening to hours and hours of CSN. So I'm down with it. I want to hear your take on some folk music. Okay, so you're a folk artist. We got to get you kind of like a folksy name.
Yeah. Like what? Like
I'm thinking something like Clyde.
Clyde.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Just Clyde? How about just Clyde?
Just Clyde. Okay, so this is what we're getting a good one in here from the chat. Chet Rankin.
I like Chet Rankin.
Yes, Clyde is out the window. So I'm gonna give you can be Clyde Rankin or Chet Rankin.
Well, Chet Rankin's pretty country, so I would have to be a country artist if I'm Chet Rankin.
Oh, you can be folksy. Okay, so you're Chet Rankin. Yeah, that's great.
But how about like in parentheses, Clyde?
Chet Clyde Rankin.
Yeah.
Chet, maybe we got a 3-namer here. Chet Clyde Rankin. Okay, that sounds good.
CCR, man.
Yeah, CCR. You won't get sued for that, but
I'll be the new CCR.
Yeah, and then when you go through like you'll get caught at like a porno theater masturbating, and then it'll be like Rankin caught yanking.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right itself.
Okay, so this is your Chris Gaines style.
Yeah.
Personality. Yeah. What's you got any ideas for songs?
Oh, what would Chet Rankin be into? Probably a breakup song.
Yeah. Yeah, but here's the thing. I think most musicians sing from the point of view of their life. You're in a pretty happy. I think you should write a love song.
Well, that's what I'm tasked to do to myself. So let's go with a love song.
And people know that you are in a relationship with Ariel DeRue, who's come on this show. If I could be so bold, I have an idea for a song title.
Great.
My Tall Lady.
Okay.
This is the thing. I think we're getting confirmation. We can hear Ariel laughing in the back.
Ariel.
My Tall Lady.
My Tall Lady. Kind of like My Fair Lady, but My Tall Lady.
Yeah, it's like My Fair Lady, but better.
Okay. I like it.
You're going to be a musician. I need some confidence here, Chet.
Chet Rankin presents My Tall Lady.
Yeah, presents My Tall Lady. Yeah. This is what I want you to do for me, Dale. I want you to start writing that song.
Next year, when I come back, I'll play it.
No, this year.
Okay.
I want you, I'm giving you a month to write this song.
A month?
You just said one of your goals is to work on some music. I'm giving you
a easy peasy.
I'm giving you a live audience here to come on. Chet Rankin presents My Tall Lady.
All right. You said it. I got to do her.
Look, I'm a giver.
You're a giver, man, and I'll get writing. My Tall Lady.
Okay, My Tall Lady. So we're gonna book this right now. I'm looking at my calendar. It's the 1st, obviously. We're gonna go to February.
Yeah.
We have a show on Monday, February 1st.
Uh-huh.
Formerly known as Dale Bernier.
Yeah.
Chet Rankin debuts My Tall Lady, an acoustic country folk song live on Twitch.
I'll say yes, and we'll see what happens.
And if you don't do it, you owe me $20.
This is your new way of getting paid.
Paid, laid, and made, baby.
I owe you $20 if I don't write My Tall Lady.
Yeah, write and perform. February 1st. Yeah.
What's that?
The February 1st.
All
right, Dale. Now, in the interest of fairness, I'm going to let you give me a New Year's resolution. Lisa said I should smile more. What would you like to give me? Again, to the best of my abilities, I will try to accomplish it.
Well, since you put me on the spot and made me do this, would you accompany me on the song?
That's not a resolution.
Okay. I still want you on there with maybe a kazoo or something.
Well, maybe I learn how to be, you know what? I'll do what I can to help you.
What do you not like? What's something that you wouldn't like? Maybe your resolution is like try something that you don't think you would normally like.
That's a pretty good resolution, because
even if you hate it once, do it once.
People know I love my comfort zone. I love living in there. Yeah. It's tiny. There's a couch. That's all I need. Okay.
Or how about something that you think is like lame or uncool?
Lame and uncool. Okay, so try something that I think is lame and uncool that I might hate to see if I try it. Okay, I'm going to work on that.
Then you never have to do it after that again.
Okay, that's a very good one. I'm very impressed, Chet.
Clyde.
Yeah, Chet Clyde Rankin. Well, look, Dale, this was great. I can't wait to hear the song. It's going to be awesome. And I want to wish you the best in 2021, you and your burgeoning music career.
You too. Good seeing you, James.
Take care, Dale. That's Dale Bernier, now known as Chet Clyde Rankin, acoustic country folk singer-songwriter. 1 month from tonight, Monday, February 1st, 2021, he debuts his new song that is yet to be written, My Tall Lady, in honor of his significant other, Ariel Daru. Let's move on to our final guest of the night. Before we do that, just a reminder that this Sunday, 11 a.m., we got our Sunday morning special, where we have a nice panel of guests who have some nice discussion based on some nice topics. Who's going to be there? Well, your old pal Jim is going to be there. In addition, Dave Kaufman is going to be there, Jason Grimmer, Saima Ahmed, and many more. So why don't you come see us Sunday at 11 right here on Twitch? Before we do that, it is our guest of honor. I have not seen this person in over a week. Let us welcome the one and only Conor Rose. Conor, how's it going, buddy? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, James. Hey, James, how's your year been so far?
That's pretty good. Yeah, well, it's only about, it's not 24 hours old yet, but so far so good. I had a bit of a boring day. How about this? I haven't seen you since last year.
It's been a year.
Yeah, it hasn't been a year, but. Okay, well, let's continue, Conor. How's your 2021 going so far?
That's pretty good, James. I feel kind of like ready ready for new things to happen.
Well, you had a very eventful 2020, to say the least. In addition to all the stuff going on in the world around us, we are merely players in this play called life. You had some very, very, very unusual happenings, which include dating a woman while simultaneously dating her daughter.
Yeah, James, I'm still kind of recovering. I can't say I'm completely over it yet.
I'm going to tell you something. It takes time, and there's going to be moments. There's going to be moments where you think you're okay, and then you fall back into it. But then it only makes you stronger, con man.
It's like one step forward, 3 steps back all the time. Like, I just feel like I can't get ahead of it. Like, I can't.
Well, what are some ways that you've been getting over the breakup? Certainly, you've been doing some stuff.
Yeah, like, I mean, I feel like, well, actually, like, some of the things I've been doing already are on my list of resolutions.
Oh, that's great. Well, let's cut right to the chase. What have you been doing that is on your list of resolutions?
Okay, well, here, I'll tell you.
Thank you.
Okay, so my first resolution is to get my license.
Oh, that's great. How far in the process are you? I know that you were taking classes with, well, we won't say her name, but how far in the process are you?
Well, I failed that class, so I have to like sign up for a new one. Unfortunately, she teaches all the classes in my area, so she's going to be my teacher again.
Wait, Nancy is going to be your driving teacher again?
Yes, James.
Okay, that sounds not easy.
It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a complete hurdle because I really think if I get my license, it'll make me like a lot more confident.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I'll be able to like offer girls, like I heard like Lisa talking about like going on dates in cars, and like I can do that, if I have my license.
Yeah, right now, a time of dating is very unusual. So it sounds like the simplicity of the date can really work in your favor. So going out on a nice drive, I think, is a pretty fun idea for a date.
Yeah.
All right.
And so, but like one of the obstacles I have to face is like going to school with my ex.
Yeah.
But like, I think I'm up for the challenge, James?
Yeah. And you know what? I think that you're going to not only rise up in the face of that challenge, you're going to conquer that challenge. So get your driver's license. What else is on the list?
Do you have your driver's license, James?
I don't know.
Maybe we can get it together.
I think, you know what, Connor, you're miles ahead of me. You know what? In addition to never having smoked a cigarette, I've never even driven. Maybe you could teach me a thing or two.
James, I'd love to.
Maybe we go for a drive. Yeah, that sounds great. If I ever get the urge to learn, I know who I'm going to call.
Right.
Awesome.
Number 2, spend more time with friends. Like for example, my friend Taylor.
Taylor McMillan?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you guys really hit it off last week on a very Connor Christmas.
Yeah, James, like, I don't know, besides you, like, I don't know if I've ever felt such a connection with anyone.
Well, Connor, you know that she lives in Vancouver.
Yeah, but like we talked about it, and like nowadays people are really connecting online and stuff.
Okay, so you're both going to chat online, maybe have a Zoom hangout, a FaceTime. That sounds very, so you want to spend more time with Taylor.
Friends, like for example, Taylor.
Sure, yeah.
Sign up for online dating.
Okay, that's very cool. Are you thinking about a specific app, or is it kind of in the open right now?
Pause. James, this is where I'm going to cut straight to the chase and ask you for this to be your New Year's resolution.
What's that?
We can both sign up for online dating.
That seems like one of those things. We've talked about it on this show. where, as a very special episode, I get one of these accounts. We build the account on the show, and then we try to find someone to come on the show as a guest to go on an online date with me on the show. Now, some
James,
people are for it, and some people are strongly against it.
I'm for it.
Yeah, I can tell.
And I challenge you to be for it too.
You're challenging me?
Yeah.
Okay, well, so that's your New Year's resolution that you're giving to me is that I make a dating app account.
Dating app of your choice. And James, I'll match you.
What do you mean you'll match me? So I have to do it and then you do it. So in order for you to achieve your resolution, I need to achieve the resolution you gave to me so you can then match it, achieving your resolution.
Pretty much.
All right, well, I got to tell you something. In addition to never having smoked or driven, I've never been on a dating app.
Me neither, James.
I'm surprised by that.
James, like me and technology, like, oh, also spoiler alert, I'm the one with the bad internet.
Yeah. It's been an ongoing theme for the past couple weeks, but your internet, just like you, Connor, is hanging on.
Yeah, but it's been a challenge, and like I'm not really good with technology. Like,
yeah, but this might be your year. Maybe you're going to become a technological whiz. What else is on your resolution list?
Meet more women.
Meet more women. So that kind of goes hand in hand with your dating app profile.
I wasn't finished, James.
I'm sorry.
Meet more women IRL.
In real life. Okay, so you've created an online friendship with Taylor. You want to create a dating app to talk to people via the app, but you also want to meet people in person. How are you going to go about doing that?
Well, like I already have a couple of people in mind. I'm just like in my day-to-day life, like I come across like several women.
Pause.
Sorry?
Pause. Who are these women in real life, Connor?
Well, there's like the girl who works at my couche-tard. There's like the lady who folds laundry at the laundromat. There's
You just call it the laundromat?
Yeah.
All right. Go on.
There's like the lady who pumps gas at my gas station. There's at the CLSC clinic, there's like a nurse there.
Well, see, here's the thing, Connor. Do you notice the theme with all of these people?
They're all women.
Yeah, they're all women. They all work in service, right? They all work in service.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I think part of working in service is having skills in hospitality. So I think they're being probably nice to you, not because you're not a nice guy, but it's part of the job, right?
Yeah, but James, like I really feel like connected to these women sometimes. Like the way they smile at me and the things that they say to me, like.
Well, what's something that one of them has said to you? Do you have an example?
Yeah, like at my laundromat, like she was like, "Hey, do you need any fabric softener?"
Oh, that was the whole thing. Oh, so
yeah,
she was offering you a service.
Yeah, but James, like I don't know if you like could see the subtext there.
I'm sorry. I guess I can't see the subtext there.
Well, like she's thinking about how like I'm like uncomfortable or comfortable, like how like my clothes are a bit rough, and like she's thinking about my body probably.
Okay, well, what about, do you have any interesting interaction with this nurse at the CLSC?
Yeah, so I've been before I went for my ringworm, and like when it got really bad, when there was a big flare up and I couldn't see Nancy to get her ointment, I went and she was like trying to like look at it, and she like touched my face.
Oh, so she gave you a checkup.
Oh, she checked up on me.
What does that mean?
You tell me.
Are you turning into a bit of a dirty bird, Connor? Can I tell you something? You haven't been the same since you saw boobs.
James, like I feel like I grew up like many years when that happened.
Right. Yeah. Things really change.
I'm a different man.
Yeah. Well, how do you think it's changed you?
I'm just like I feel like for one thing, like I appreciate the female form a lot more because I've seen it up close and personal.
Yeah.
I feel like I realized that like women are like just like us, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I also feel like when I interact with women now, like I used to be like, I wonder what's under there. And now I know.
Now you know, right? So you're probably able to go in with a lot more confidence.
Yeah. It's like, you're not going to surprise me. And nothing I haven't seen before.
It's pretty good, Connor. You're an old veteran now.
Yeah.
You've been, this dog's been around the park a couple times.
Twice.
Yeah. So do you have any other resolutions that you'd like to throw onto the list?
Yeah. Hang out more with Dimitri.
Okay. So you want to hang out with more with Dimitri. What do you like about Dimitri?
Well, like I just felt like because we went to Dave's man cave together, that like I feel like I should know more of your friends. So like,
right. So last week at the Connor Christmas, you, me, and Dave, we digitally hung out in the man cave. You want to spend more time with Dimitri. So yeah, tell me what you like about Dimitri.
He just seems like a really nice guy. Like works really hard. He's like a really good tech. And he's like very caring about you. And I just feel like he's like the softer side. Like if Dave is like kind of like the more jokey guy, like Dimitri's the more like caring soul, you know?
Well, what if I told you that Dimitri could say hello to you right now?
Hey, Connor. Yeah, I'm right here. Yeah, I'm right here in the booth.
Hey, man. How's it going?
Pretty good. You're looking great. It looks like 2021 has been very kind to you.
Hey, thanks, man. You sound really good.
Thanks, Connor. I genuinely appreciate that.
Oh, genuinely, me too.
I love your sweater too. I think I talked about it before the show, and now I'm mentioning it now too. I love that color.
Oh, thanks. Your voice sounds really great.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Really nice thing to say, Connor. Isn't that nice, Dimitri?
Yeah, super nice. I think you have tons of confidence tonight, Connor, and I think it's going a long way.
Connor, have you ever seen Dimitri on the show? What are some things that he does that you like?
Well, he's got like a real good talent with music.
Yeah. Do you remember any of his songs?
Yeah.
Just any song, Connor.
It's okay. I'm putting you on the spot, buddy.
It's okay, Connor.
Dimitri, they were all so good. I can't.
Thanks, Connor. I really appreciate that. That's nice of you.
Well, Dimitri, maybe you'll be able to hang out with Connor in the new year.
I'd love to. Connor's a great guy.
All right.
Okay, well then let's make it happen.
I'd love to. Yeah, set the date, James.
Do you like Tim Hortons?
Yeah, I love a double-double, and a Cruller Donut is my favorite.
Connor, tell him what you can do for him.
I can get you a discount on your coffee.
Dimitri, did you know that Connor used to work at Tim Hortons and still is able to cash in on that employee discount card?
No, I wasn't aware of that. That's a hell of a perk, Connor. That'd be awesome.
Hey, no problem. Anytime. Well, not anytime. Like, just call me and we'll set a date.
I'd love
you know what,
that.
Connor? I'm gonna give after the show. I'm gonna give Dimitri your number. Well, thanks, Dimitri. Connor, on the subject of numbers, you hit a very important number on Instagram this week. You hit 50 followers.
Yeah, James. Actually, that like leads right into my next resolution.
Oh, great.
I recently got 50 followers on Instagram. now my resolution is to get 100.
Okay, so you're looking to double it. Now, do you have any ways that you're hoping to increase visibility on your Instagram page?
Well, I recently learned that hashtags help.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually just posted a picture and I used a couple of hashtags, and I'm hoping that that will get me a few followers. For anyone who's watching out there, please follow me at Coming Up Conor Rose, and I'll follow you back. 100% promise.
Yeah, that's true. Conor always follows back. So if you're on Instagram, it's at Coming Up Conor Rose. We're looking at the picture right now, leaning into 2021 like. Then we've got an ellipses, hashtag New Year, New Me, hashtag resolutions, hashtag this. And then it looks like it was part of a sentence that reads, year will be different. It's a great start, Conor. You know what? I'm going to like this right now.
Sorry. All right. I'll be here waiting for it.
And it is done.
It's amazing how fast it can go.
Well, Conor, do you have any other New Year's resolutions before we start to wrap up the night?
Yeah, James.
Sure.
It's actually my last resolution. Wow. So I had such a great time on Christmas. I wrote a play.
Right. Yeah. A Christmas play in 3 parts.
Yeah, I had such a good time. And that's one of the ways I've been coping with my breakup, is to like get creative.
Just like Dale.
Yeah, actually, I was listening to your interview and I thought, oh my gosh, Dale and me, also a great guy, also would love to hang out with in the new year.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to be writing music, and I thought I could write more plays or other forms of writing. In fact, I've written something for tonight.
Oh, that's great. You've written a little something for tonight. Okay, so what is this?
It's called NYD, a short poem.
NYD?
New Year's Day.
Got it. Okay, a short poem. So we've got a short poem titled NYD from Conor Rose. Take it away, Conor.
Happy New Year, James. Today is the first day of a new opportunity, new reasons to play with each other. This last year has been tough. I'm sure you agree. We both got dumped, twice for me. But 2021 is going to be fun. We're going to hang with Dave in the man cave. No need to behave, because we've got each other. Because, James, you're like my brother.
Conor, that was really great. That was really, really great.
You like it?
You know what part was my favorite part? When you said we're going to hang out in the man cave, no need to behave. That was really cool.
Thanks, James.
You know what? I never thought that you'd be a poet. And that's why the new year is all about new discoveries. And this is one that you've made. That was really, really great.
Thanks, James. I'm glad that you're supporting me in my creative pursuits.
I would love if you come on and, read some poems. We can do some more script readings, anything you want, right? Because new year, new you.
New year, new me, James. Hashtag.
Yeah. Hashtag after new year, new me. You might end up becoming the poet laureate of this show.
I'm not really sure what that means, but I think it's a good thing.
Well, don't worry about it. Conor, I want to thank you so much for all the great things that you've done for this show in 2020. And I think that we're going to be able to keep the train rocking and rolling into 2021 and beyond. I really appreciate you, buddy.
Can't wait. Thanks, James. Happy New Year, everybody.
That is Conor Rose. Once again, at Coming Up Conor Rose on Instagram. He just discovered hashtags. Give him a follow. A lot of great pictures. Some of them might make you feel uncomfortable and bad, but here's the thing. Instagram isn't just this false reality where we see people in bikinis and Speedos. Sometimes you have to come face to face with reality, and that is exactly what I did listening to that poem. Dimitri, are you out there?
Yeah, I'm here, James. How's it going?
Well, all night long, I've been waiting to hear about your New Year's resolution before we call it an evening. Do you have anything for not only myself, but our loyal fan base in our chat room?
Yeah, I got inspired throughout the night. Number one, smoke. But not only that,
great.
yeah, get better at bumming cigarettes off of people. Sounds like something like a skill, and I want to try to get better at it. 2, try a drunk tank in Ontario. It sounded like a memorable experience, and
now we know how you can achieve that one. Let's continue.
Throw the bird. Number 3, hang out with Conor. That one came as a late one, and I had scratched out exercise, and instead I'm going to try hanging out with Conor.
I think hanging out with Conor is going to enrich your life more than any exercise would, and you can take that one right from me.
Yeah, never really realized until now, but Conor's pretty easygoing, cool dude. Seems to give out a lot of compliments and seems pretty confident who they are. So I don't know. I foresee a lot of hangs, and let's just say I don't think we're going to be behaving very much in the man cave. You, me,
no,
and Conor,
that's true. And look, if I'm there either, this guy might talk your ear off about boobs.
You know what? You can always learn something,
right?
Hey, James.
Seems like he's got some knowledge. Yeah, Dimitri.
Sorry to cut you off.
Okay.
Just I want to give you something. A little New Year's resolution before we
okay,
sign
so
off here.
let's do a quick recap. What I've been given thus far is to smile more, to try something that I think is nerdy or lame that I might dislike, try it at least once, and finally set up an online dating app.
Yeah, your smile count tonight was 9.
Wow, pretty good. Okay, that was my smile. It was 9.
Yeah.
Not bad. Are we counting all those uncomfortable ones I did?
No.
Awesome. That's great. Well, Dimitri, any last thoughts before we call it an evening and I see you next week?
Yeah, I got one for you. For the entirety of this show, James, I have been watching you absolutely decimate quote unquote nerd shit. Sci-fi, fantasy, film noir, and everything else that I don't care about. I want to kind of throw the gauntlet at you, James. At some point in 2021, you know me, I love nerd shit. I want to run you through a Dungeons and Dragons experience and have you play a character with me.
Well, even just hearing about that makes me want to retch.
Live on air, and we get the nerdiest of the nerdy, so you're in very good hands. We'll get Mark
live
Rowland.
on air?
Live on air, James.
All right, we may have our second special episode of 2021 book because, of course, on February 1st, we're going to hear Chet Clyde Rankin's My Tall Lady.
Yeah, by the way, I already got my tickets to that.
Yeah. Wait, you already got tickets?
Oh, yeah, we're on Eventbrite right now. That got set up the moment it got
What are the
got
pre-sales
launched.
looking like?
Pre-sales are looking pretty good right now, especially since they're an $85 ticket, so...
Whoa, how many pre-sales?
14.
Awesome. Where's that money going?
Won't tell you.
All right. Well, okay. So it seems like I have got a cupboard stocked very full of resolutions going into the new year. Dimitri, thanks for everything in 2020, and let's keep it going in 21.
God bless, James. I love you.
Guys, that's our show tonight. A nice compact edition of At Home with James. Where is it? Right here on twitch.tv/AtHomeWithJames. Once again, we will be back on Sunday at 11 o'clock a.m. for the Sunday morning special panel discussion and so much more. If you can't make Sunday, we will be back in our regularly scheduled time on Monday, 9 o'clock p.m. Who's going to be here? The one and only Dirty Dave Kaufman, and so much more. Until then, have a happy new year. Enjoy your Friday night. Have as best of a weekend as you can. Spend it with friends, family, loved ones. And if you can't, spend it with me on the weekend on the show. Let's be clear about that. Until then, I am James. You are you. We are here, or rather we were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.